Well, chances are you've gotten one of those spoof calls, the pesky calls that show up as a local number but are actually out of state.
Well, the legislature just unanimously passed a bill that aims to crack down on them. New at 10, Channel 8 Eyewitness News reporter Joe Harris has more on that story. Joe?
Rod and Megan, we talked to some folks who are pretty happy to hear about this. But the next question is, how effectively would it deal with spoof calls?
This is your final courtesy call before we are unable to lower your credit card interest rate.
Chances are you've received something like this. It's a spoof call, a call from a telemarketer or other entity that's using fake caller ID numbers that look like they're local. They're not always automated, they're annoying, but can also be scams.
They call me, they tell me what they're doing, I tell them they're full of the four-letter word and hang up on them.
It's gotten to the point where any call that I don't have saved, I block, and sometimes I block family. So it'd be nice to not have to worry about that anymore.
You may not have to, because on Thursday, lawmakers unanimously passed a bill that would allow the Attorney General to investigate telemarketers who manipulate caller ID info and ban selling or renting phone numbers to out-of-state entities. Senator Steve Halloran, who proposed the bill, says it won't solve the problem right away, but it's a start.
They're not going to stop seeing these calls come in tomorrow, but they will at least know that the Attorney General will have authority to pursue these people that are fraudulently misrepresenting themselves. And over time, it will improve.
Halloran says it would also help get the telecommunications industry to trace where these calls are coming from. But how effective do people think it will be?
They'll just keep calling anyway, probably.
I assume it's not going to probably be 100% perfected the first time around, but I would just hope that it would just filter out enough where we can not have apps on our phones to screen these calls.
Senator Halloran says eventually it could encourage the FCC to become more involved.
I believe that we'll be able to materially share information in conjunction with other states and the federal government in tracking these folks down and bringing them to task.
Now, Senator Halloran says it's a popular bill, and he can't foresee the governor not signing it into law.
Many people will say it's a start, right?
That's right.
Thank you, Joe.
Time now for our first